Hello, this is Shawn, and today we're going to talk about is now a good time to sell? Might be on your mind. Is now a good time to sell? So you're going to hear me repeat this a lot depending on the subject of the video. I'm always going to say, is now a good time for you and your family to move? And to focus more on that than trying to figure out what the market is doing. One of the reasons for that is because usually if you're moving, you're probably going to have a house to sell and to buy. So whether it's the market is tipping a little bit in the buyer's favor or in the seller's favor, you're going to be able to make use of that no matter what the market is. So when you focus on what's right for you and when it's a good time to sell for you and not trying to time the market, typically that's going to work better for you. So I would say, is now a good time for you to move? And I would focus on that. But inevitably, you're going to be wondering, what's the market like? Is now a good time to actually sell my home? Am I going to have to lose money because of now? Is there, what is the current situation? So that's very intelligent and reasonable to be thinking that way. So we are right now, as in the fourth quarter of 2023. And it's been about just over a year now since the interest rates went up. We've had a little bit less buying activity in the last year or so. And we've been in a market that has been increasing in inventory. That being said, it was around the middle to the end of 2022 when the values across the entire Houston market reached its highest levels in history. Okay. Since that time and since the buyer activity has slowed down a little bit, there's fewer buyers. Either they're not able to get approved or they just decided to wait because the interest rates are higher, that sort of thing. We have been increasing inventory. And currently, it's important to note that inventory is still low. So as of right now, across the board, there is no obvious difference in prices that have come down because there's less buyer activity in the last year or so, and because the inventory has been increasing. We still have low inventory and the prices are still stable. So prices right now are really the most they've ever been in history. So if you're trying to time the market in that sense, wouldn't it be good to sell the home when it's at its highest value? Now, if the market continues to increase inventory in Houston, and I expect to continue to see this trend, I think will continue. And all that means basically is month over month, we have more homes, more listings that are entering the market than we have that are selling. And that's all it means when you say building inventory. So if that trend continues for a while longer, we may get to a place where we have an abundant supply of inventory and we have enough sellers with equity to where they will reduce the price and start cutting prices enough that we start seeing generally numbers come down from the highest values in history. Okay, so right now that is not necessarily the case. I will say that the higher the amount of inventory, the more you need to be systemized and intelligent about how you hit the market, which is always important, about having a really good plan to get top dollar. And how you're going to navigate among your competition. That is always important, but the more the inventory grows, the more that's going to be incredibly important. And the more it's going to be a difference between sellers that have the best experience and sell for the most money in the shortest amount of time, and the ones that are kind of stuck wondering when their house is going to sell, which is already starting to happen in a market that has a little bit more inventory. So thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.